All right, everybody, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into a city that's bursting with history, resilient, and, well, let's just say after seeing pictures, it's definitely going on my travel bucket list.
This is one of those places that just grabs you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, listeners, get ready, because in this deep dive, we're off to Warsaw.
Perfect choice.
I've got some travel guide excerpts here, and let me tell you, Warsaw is so much more than just a pretty face.
That's an understatement. Warsaw, it's not just about seeing the sights, it's about feeling them. It's about connecting with the city that's been through it all and come out stronger.
It's like you can practically feel the history echoing around every corner, right?
Eh.
Especially in Old Town, which, by the way, is like stepping into a postcard.
It really is. Cobblestone streets, those colorful buildings all lined up. And the thing is, most of that's all reconstruction.
Wait, really?
Yeah, after World War II, Warsaw was practically rubble. And the people, they pieced it back together bit by bit using old paintings, even broken bricks from their own homes to get every detail just right.
Wow, I get chills just thinking about it. That's dedication.
Hmm.
And talk about resilience. That kind of spirit, it makes you see the city in a whole new light, doesn't it?
Without a doubt. And speaking of seeing things in a new light, the Warsaw Uprising Museum, it's powerful stuff.
The guidebook definitely calls it a must-see. What makes it so impactful, would you say?
It tells the story of the Warsaw Uprising back in 1944. It's not afraid to show the raw, brutal reality of what happened when the city rose up against Nazi occupation.
It's one thing to read about history, but to actually be there, to experience it like that.
Exactly. You see the personal stories, the artifacts. It's all about connecting with those individual experiences, the sacrifices made. You really get a sense of the city's determination. They were fighting for their freedom, their identity.
It really puts into perspective what a privilege it is to even visit a place like Warsaw today.
Ah,
And on that note, we can't forget about the Royal Castle.
yes. If those walls could talk.
Right. The guide mentions Poland's rich history, and, well, I can only imagine the stories this place could tell.
Centuries of Polish royalty right there. Think coronations, political dramas, decisions that shaped the entire nation. It's a monument to their legacy, how they influenced Poland's destiny. You can practically feel the weight of history in that building.
Okay, after all that heavy history, I'm ready for something a little more, shall we say, relaxing.
Hmm.
And wouldn't you know it, our trusty guidebook suggests Lazinki Park. Specifically, this palace on the Isle. Have you been?
Oh, it's magical. Think tranquil gardens, those peacocks just strutting around, and sculptures tucked away in hidden corners. It used to be a royal bathing place, actually.
That explains the name Lazinki, get it?
Exactly. And the palace right on the water, just like something out of a fairy tale.
That sounds like the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle for a bit.
Yeah.
All right, last stop on our little Warsaw adventure, and it's a big one, the Poland Museum. The guide calls it world-class for a reason, it seems, what with the interactive exhibits and all that.
Poland tells the story of Polish Jews. 1,000 years of history. But it's not just dates and names. It's about really immersing yourself in their culture, understanding the challenges they faced, and appreciating the incredible resilience of this community.
So much more than a typical museum, then.
Absolutely.
Wow, what a journey. Warsaw is a city that's seen it all: destruction, rebirth, moments of incredible courage, and even peace and beauty.
The past is present in Warsaw, that's for sure.
Listeners, as you plan your trip or even just daydream about Warsaw, here's something to think about. How do you think that history, all the triumphs and tragedies, how does it influence the city and its people today? Let us know, and in the meantime, safe travels.